gripped by delusions, fueled by a propagandized media, are basically demonstrating that they are essentially children.
What if this, all of this, is a simulation? I mean, it's a crazy idea, but what if it is? And if there are multiple simulations, how come we have to be in the one where Donald Trump becomes the Republican nominee for president?
The New York Post reports the University of Michigan offered its traumatized students coloring books and Play-Doh to calm them. The University of Kansas reminded its stressed-out kids that therapy dogs, a regular campus feature, were available. Cornell University, an Ivy League school, had a campus-wide cry-in, with officials handing out tissues and hot chocolate. Tufts University offered its devastated students arts and crafts sessions at campuses from elite Yale to Connecticut to Iowa and beyond. Professors canceled classes and or exams either because students asked or because instructors were too distraught to teach. And now the globalists are making idle threats based on the blanket of fear stitched together by misinformed liberals and the mockingbird media.
I congratulate the newly elected President of the United States, Donald Trump. This is for sure a difficult moment in the relationship between the United Nations, the United States, and the European Union.
Und Amerikaner haben entschieden, dass diese Verantwortung in den nächsten 4 Jahren Donald Trump tragen soll. Deutschland und Amerika sind durch Werte verbunden. Demokratie, Freiheit, den Respekt vor dem Recht und der Würde des Menschen, unabhängig von Herkunft, Hautfarbe, Religion, Geschlecht, sexueller Orientierung oder politischer Einstellung.
We trade about $600 billion a year. So every year you have trade flows totaling $600 billion across the border with China and the U.S. And so if that flow ever gets interrupted, a lot of people are going to be out of jobs.
On Mr. Trump and what he would do, he's going to work with everyone. And you say how can you bridge the rift? I think, Chris, that we ought to realize that where we may disagree politically and ideologically, people have far more in common in this country than they may realize when they're in the heat of the political battle.
And I'd also like to congratulate Mr. Donald Trump with his victory in these elections.
Но Россия готова и хочет восстановления полноформатных отношений с Соединенными Штатами.
But Russia is ready and wants to restore the full-fledged relations with the United States.
I congratulate Donald Trump on being elected as the next President of the United States. Britain and the United States are and will remain strong and close partners on trade, security and defence. We have a long-standing and enduring special relationship which is built on our shared values of freedom, of democracy and enterprise. And I look forward to working with President-elect Trump to ensure that we can maintain the security and prosperity of our two nations in the future.
David Rothkopf, your reaction to what the British Prime Minister said?
I think it was a fairly predictable reaction. These reactions after an election tend to be anodyne. As it happens, she's kind of a political cousin of Trump's. You know, she is a kind of xenophobic, a right-of-center politician who's gotten into office talking about getting out of Europe and attacking refugees.
Donald Trump is the president-elect, whether liberals like it or not. He will enter the Oval Office to preside over a country that was deeply divided by community organizer Barack Obama, not Donald Trump. Trump will roll his sleeves up to rebuild the infrastructure of the American economy destroyed by Bill Clinton, George Bush, and President Obama, not Donald Trump. Trump will be faced with a mass migration of displaced refugees fleeing the war-torn countries thrown into chaos by Obama and Hillary Clinton, not Donald Trump. To the liberals still clinging to their security blankets out there, give your new president a chance to improve even your ungrateful life. John Bound for Infowars.com.
Look, I'm not going to sit here and say, see, I told you so, that communist Chinese-style net censorship is coming to the web, because it's already here. It's being announced. The way you keep the internet open and free is you get involved more than ever. Go to Infowars.com/app. A new battleship in the fight. Infowars Live. Available right now. We're